I'm your co-ghost Anthony,
And I'm your co-ghost Caylee.
and this is Two Ghosts Review Doctor Who Season 2 or Season 15. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Two Ghosts Review. This is the second half of our Doctor Who review, Doctor Who Season 2/15 review. And we are back to go over the poll from last week's episode.
What was the poll?
The poll was, what is the best episode? The Well or Midnight? And the results were 100% on Midnight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not surprised there.
No, not surprising.
No.
Okay, you guys were right.
You've pleased Caylee.
You're
she
correct.
will not yell at you or anything.
No recommendations needed this time.
All right. Yeah, I thought, I don't necessarily like the Doctor. That 15.
Yeah, that's been a trend though. So everything around
I
is
like
okay.
Yeah, I like everything else kind of like about the Well a little bit more, but I do think like Midnight, I don't like everything around it as much, but the Doctor is great in it, and I like how he's against people and a monster at the same time. Kind of like in that. But yeah. So we will hand this off to our past selves now, and we'll let them
break down
over.
the rest of the season.
Yeah, all 4 of the last episodes of this season. So take it away, guys. All right. Let's move on to episode 5. The story in the engine.
I liked this one, but then it fell apart at the end for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I liked like the middle, maybe.
All right, let's go through it here. We got this guy Omo, who tells a story of the Doctor. You all right?
I just remember the part where he started cutting his hair off. His little dreads.
Yeah.
He just starts cutting them off and like he looks crazy.
Okay.
I don't know, that just tickled me. I remembered that part where he's just cutting off his dreads one at a time, but like not evenly, and it just looks crazy.
All right.
Continue.
So yeah, almost tell a story.
See, now you're laughing.
The Doctor. Putting out his village fire, which I liked the visuals of this. I thought it was, I don't know, a cool little. I like when they do. I guess they are normal people. I like it when they do normal people or little conspiracy nuts that are like telling stories or investigating of past Doctor appearances.
Mm-hmm.
And this was kind of like that. So it kind of got to see like, he back in the day, he put out my village's fire from out of the TARDIS, and I liked that. Like he had, was raining it down. Then the Doctor conveniently says that Lagos, Nigeria, can help boost the Vindicator. So that's where they go.
The Marvel fans go, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Lagos has had enough.
So, yeah, they land in Lagos. And then, we get he's black, so this is the one place on Earth that he can just be. This is his spot.
Okay. When has he been here before? Ever?
This is just 15, and I mean, things happen in between stories, so
This is the only barbershop in the world he can unwind in.
I guess.
Because he's just black. When he's here, that's it.
Yeah. I'm sure there's many other places, but this is a spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they immediately rat him out.
Yeah. Oh, also, that's the thing. It's like, I get it if he was stuck in the past.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
But he's not. He's got a time machine. So how is this the only place that he can just be
everywhere?
himself?
Not even in space.
Yeah. Like, I don't remember if he was just talking about Earth or whatever. But even in Earth in the future, you could go into anywhere.
There was no barbershop in New York like this.
Yeah.
They only had salons for cats.
They had the groomers.
You get put to sleep and get a groom. Because you know that most places put cats to sleep.
That makes sense. I mean,
Okay,
they go
we're
crazy.
off topic. We gotta finish this tonight.
You just started the tangent
Well,
off.
I'm stopping
hold
it.
it right back.
I'm stopping it.
All right. So yeah, he goes for a walk. He sees missing posters. And finds his favorite little barbershop. He walks in, and it's story time. And the door goes like, what was it? Did it have green light, red light? I think it did.
Something like
Something like that. Yeah.
I do remember thinking
it locks down.
of the girl who waited.
Yeah. So it had that lock, and I think it went red and
They
locked it down.
It's sealed.
Yeah. And then the TARDIS freaks out a bit with Belinda inside it.
The lodger.
Yeah.
See, they're just ripping.
We got to keep the companion off.
Gotta keep ripping it off.
So yeah, we find out, the barber, the clippers, the chair, they're all
like
connected.
Freaky Fred in Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
In Courage, it's like he escapes an insane asylum and has like a fetish about buzzing people
Okay.
bald.
All right, this guy is just doing it with stories to fuel his gigantic spider. Okay, so
yeah, because that makes so much sense. Cool.
yeah,
On the web of time.
yeah, this is dumb. I really don't like this
I didn't like
episode.
that part.
Uh,
That fell so flat. Let's try
let's
and
keep
make
going.
it through the summary. Let's try. We're falling
let's
apart
try.
here, guys. We're gonna get it back together.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, they figure out that it's kind of all connected. The doctor tells a story of Belinda being a nurse, and it fills the battery of this spider, I guess.
Okay, why does it hurt?
I don't know.
That was
That's-
weird to me. It was like, it reminded me of how people with autism say that, like, they feel like it hurts when they get a haircut. Have you not heard this?
Oh, no.
Like, I was like, is it giving them a sensation? Like, I
Maybe
didn't
it's just-
understand what they were trying
Maybe
to...
the doctor's a little autistic.
Well, I don't know. But it was weird. Like, what were... I don't know. It was just weird that they made the decision for it to hurt.
Yeah. It is weird. I don't
Because
know.
he was like giving it willingly. It made me think of
Well, I think it was more, from what I remember, like it was pulling so much out of him.
but like the rings of Akatan or however you say it, like he gave story in days and stuff, and it didn't hurt.
Hmm.
Not really. He's like yelling at it. 11. Come on, then. Like he's yelling at it. It doesn't hurt.
Oh, I miss 11.
It doesn't hurt. I don't know. And the
I don't
doctor's
know.
done that multiple times. I don't know. It's just weird that they made it hurt. And that's the only thing I can think of.
There's a lot of weird decisions that are being made.
No, I just didn't understand. Like, were they trying to make it? I don't know. Inclusive.
What?
I don't know.
What? Because of his hair or something? Like,
No.
What?
Like inclusive for autism.
Oh.
Like they would relate to that maybe. That it could
maybe.
hurt. I don't know. I'm just reaching here. It's jumped out at me really strange that it would hurt, and I was trying to find meaning.
I think I think I took it different. Like it wasn't hurting that his hair was getting cut. It was hurting that because the battery gets like immediately filled with his one story. Like it's whatever it's pulling out energy. That it's pulling a lot out of him.
I thought he was like grabbing his hair like while it was happening, so maybe that's why I thought his hair was hurting. Yeah, I was confused. Why does his hair hurt?
Ow, my hair's.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what's going on?
Oh, maybe he's a little autistic, and that's all right.
That's all right.
This is the most diverse doctor that we've ever had.
It's fine to be autistic. It's just.
I know, but I'm just saying it's another. He's black. He's gay. They're checking every box that they can do. So yeah, so this battery's filled all the way, and it increases speed. And then somehow the doctor led him there, or not the doctor. Omo led the doctor there, and the doctor's mad about it. And that didn't make sense to me. Do you remember anything about Omo actually like leading him there, like calling for him in any like?
No, the doctor went there on his own. The doctor visits Omo, a friend who runs a barbershop. The doctor is unhappy when he finds out that Omo told the barber about him.
Yeah, like
yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
I don't know why the doctor was.
They just wanted him to be mad again.
Yeah, like what the Omo was talking about the doctor, and maybe the barber wanted to find him, but they're pretty much confined in there.
Yeah, he came there on. Well, we see the whole thing. We even get an explanation as to why he wants to go there.
They didn't even like call him, like nothing.
No,
they didn't contact him. He was just like, I need a haircut. Come to this cool place where I can be myself.
Yeah.
Wait, everyone who works here is missing.
And he can't be mad because like even like something was off.
He's mad at.
And like he can't.
He's mad at.
He's gonna
Omo.
investigate anyway if he really noticed. But
the doctor is telling Belinda all about Omo. And then he gets mad at Omo for
nothing.
Telling the barber all about the doctor.
Yeah.
Not even all about the doctor, just some stories.
Just tell a story, yeah.
How are you mad at someone for talking about you when you were just talking about them?
Yeah. I don't
Weird.
know. It was weak. I didn't like it.
This episode felt really long.
It did. So, okay, so now this barber, he lies and says that he's multiple gods, like Loki.
No, you're not. I looked him up because this guy looked familiar.
Yeah.
He's in The Dark Knight.
What?
The barber?
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Who does he play? I can't even think of who that would be.
National Guard Commander Grace in The Dark Knight.
Oh, I know who he is now. Yeah, he was on the boat, I think, and yeah. Okay.
Well, I would never recognize him from that, so
Yeah,
I don't know who I'm thinking of, but I don't know. I kept looking him up. He seemed so familiar.
Yeah. So he's not these multiple gods. He just wrote their stories, and created this story web, or whatever. And then he's got this lady with him. I think she's like the daughter of some god or whatever. And she met the fugitive doctor. We had to bring her back for some reason.
You know why.
Yeah, I know why, but it's not a good reason at all.
I don't like the fugitive doctor.
Me neither. Like, that's an easy one to just
drop off.
Yeah, like, Chimple just, like, wanted to make Doctor Who as messy as possible. Like,
yeah.
Why? They just brought in, another random doctor that we've never seen before that was in the past, and then, like, didn't even really give him a good, I feel like, explanation. Like,
no, her TARDIS was just buried at a lighthouse. That's it.
Yeah, it was dumb. But yeah, so continue with that for some reason. And now this barber wants to kill all the gods, including this lady's father. Then the lady gives. Sorry, I'm just calling her the lady. I don't have her name. I didn't write it down. The lady gives the doctor a haircut and tells a story of maps and hair of slaves. And she puts a map in the doctor's hair. And at some point Belinda got in there into the barber shop, but yeah, him and the doctor and Belinda use the map to get through the back rooms, and find the story engine. And the doctor connects to the engine and overloads it with his stories. Then everyone escapes, and the engine explodes. Omo gives the shop to the barber now. And
you forgot the part. Well, I guess you just didn't bring it up again. Or he's cutting his hair off.
Yeah, I didn't have a note on that. It didn't strike me as hard as it struck you.
I like it.
And then yeah, I think at the end here's when we see they're going back, or maybe this was earlier and
What, when they see the space baby?
They see Poppy.
Poppy was before they went in.
Yeah, so that they saw that.
Because Belinda recognizes her.
Yeah, which that deal. I mean, I guess it makes sense if it was real all along, but like, I got the idea at the end that they changed things. It felt like more like it changed everything, and that like Poppy wasn't actually Belinda's.
No, absolutely
at this
not.
point.
No.
So like this kind of throws it into weird territory. Like,
yeah, I don't know what the point was to putting her here.
Yeah, like there was no need to put her there at that point. She
wasn't in the barber shop.
It just makes it more confusing.
Maybe it's just her relative. It's fine.
But when I saw her there, I was like, what the? Why is there a space baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what did you think of the story in the engine? Overall.
I liked it when he cut his hair off. I know I've addressed that 15 times.
Yes. Yeah, you really did like that.
The spider part was lacking. I wish that the conclusion was better, and it would have been a better episode overall. And that, yeah, there was a reason that the doctor was mad at Elmo.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt like this one was just a little too messy of a story for it being all about stories. But I kind of see like the ambition that they had with it in it being like playing into this pantheon of gods and like how this guy is like trying to mess with them or whatever, trying to kill him, or it's playing into that storyline. But I just don't think it was done well and or explained well throughout the episode.
No.
Yeah. That's what I thought of that. Let's move on to the next episode. Episode 6. We're getting close to the end here. After this, it's the 2-part finale. But episode 6 is the Interstellar Song Contest.
Oh no, we can just move on to the next one. We can move on.
No, we gotta power through. We gotta...
The doctor tases a man with a wolf cut and devil horns. The end. There's the, what's it called? What was the thing called? The little guy singing...
Oh, Dugadoo.
Dugadoo.
Dugadoo, Dugadoo.
That happens, and the doctor tases a man with a wolf cut and devil horns. And he's not really a bad guy after all. Right.
So are these the highlights of the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dugadoo is the highlight of the episode.
Dugadoo. Yeah. Yeah. And then they released the full clip if you're interested. On the socials. The Doctor Who socials.
If you go to Doctor Who, whatever, official on Instagram, then you can find the Dugadoo full... No. All right, let's get into the Interstellar Song Contest episode here. We've got our favorite host, Rylan, out of the cryo freeze. Ooh, he's been in there for a while.
Why?
So he stays the same.
Why?
It's all he does. What do you mean, why?
But like, what? Like, I guess I just don't understand the point of that. Like, can't they make an AI or like a... Why does it have to be a real person? They can't just, like, have a digital...
Because it's a fun little gimmick. Everybody loves Rylan, okay?
But I don't.
I'm sure he had a good career, like, back to back, like, hosting things, and he became popular. And then they were like, we got this cryo-freezing thing. Would you want to
They're like, remember
do this?
The Christmas Story Christmas episode? Except... we're not going to wake you up only on Christmas. We're going to wake you up only to host.
Yeah. We're going to wake you up to host. But it's probably like a, like a stint. Like, you get to travel through time forward. You're going to lose everybody.
You're only
but
working.
Yeah.
You're only working. You don't get to experience
not for very
society. Long. And then you get frozen again.
But I'm sure he has like a end date or something where he retires after, and then he's just in the future.
And then you're in the future and you know nobody and nothing about anything. All you know is that you've been hosting.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a good idea to me.
In my head, everyone that Ryland, like his family, is just dead, and he has no friends or something. No real friends.
Poor Ryland.
So, those are our thoughts on Ryland.
I think he probably has some really white teeth. That's a horrific smile you just did.
Thank you. Trying to be like Ryland. I feel like he has like little fangs too, like he's like half cat or something.
You know what I didn't like? Well, never mind, I'll wait.
Alright. Okay, so the Doctor and Melinda land in a suite.
That looks like Star Wars.
Yeah, it did.
We look like we're in the Senate.
They landed in the Senate.
How crazy.
A long time ago. In a galaxy far, far away.
That would be crazy, Doctor Who Star Wars crossover.
It would.
They could do it.
I'd be there for it. Yeah. So yeah, they materialize in the suite. The doctor is calibrating this Vindicator again. Then we get a little more of Mrs. Flood. I know it's leading into the finale, but this is when we start to get like she gets a little bit more involved in the story, and she has when he's getting that Vindicator up and going, she has a little device that's like, oh, good job, Doctor, you you've got it almost done or whatever, like she's following them, making sure that it's getting charged up or whatever. I still don't understand how the Vindicator thing is supposed to be working, but
so wait, yeah. In Doomsday, that's not the Vindicator.
Where in Doomsday?
When Jackie's like, you even look like him. When they're in the park and it sets off the thing, what does he take outside?
That was like that weird backpack, and like he had the 3 different things. Okay. Yeah.
I guess I'm just trying. I really feel like I saw it, but I guess I didn't.
That's his bug backpack. I like to
think. Bug backpack?
It looks like an exoskeleton, or like it's
Ghostbusters. That's what they say. Weird. I like that.
Ghostbusters.
That's geared towards me.
Yeah. So yeah. Mrs. Flood is so proud of the doctor. And then we get these Hellions that take over the control room of this event space. We got another little person for diversity, of course. Why are you cracking up over there?
Nobody hires Hellions, says the lady. She took a chance on her. And she's letting her is there a boyfriend or?
Yeah, there's something.
There's their little thing going on. Her boss is disappointed. Nobody hires them. And she took a chance.
Take a chance on.
And it didn't pay off.
Yeah, so yeah, these Hellions, they open the Mavity shield.
Because
shout out to Mavity.
That's how we have to separate the eras to me.
When Mavity shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. They open this Mavity shield. The Doctor and the TARDIS like fly out of the thing. And this scene was, first seeing it was like kind of shocking to me. Like it was a really good visual, I guess. I mean, it was dark kind of, but like just all of the people going up into space. Like in my first thought, I mean, you find out later that they're savable, but like, it seemed like everybody was gonna die. Like, you just get like that wide shot of just like mass people like flying up into space. Yeah, it was just, I don't know, that it felt like really dark for Doctor Who, but of course they were able to save them at the end. It was just, I didn't see how there was any saving them from that. Like, they just got shot out into space.
Yeah, but there's like a safety bubble.
Yeah, but you don't know that. Like, you just, yeah. So, so then Belinda finds Cora in the hallways. We have the Doctor who's still alive. He uses a confetti cannon to get to the airlock. And then something that does not get resolved, which is kind of annoying, but he starts seeing flashes of his granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
Why?
It's kind of annoying that we didn't get an explanation for that.
Is that why he tases people?
Probably. He's pissed, man. And then we got a gay little couple that helps the doctor get in there, get in the airlock and everything. The doctor finds out that the Hellions are behind the attack. That they're doing everything in phases. Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3 will kill everyone watching the show. So they have a pre-recorded rehearsal playing out to everybody's TVs.
Convenient.
Yeah, convenient that they recorded this whole thing, the entire event that they were gonna do for real the next day. Mm-hmm. And it's good enough that people are tricked into thinking that it's the live one.
Why did they defrost the host?
What?
No, that was a problem, wasn't it? That
was one of the problems. Yeah, Ryland wasn't there, I don't think.
Yeah, he doesn't need to rehearse. All he does is host.
Yeah.
He's perfect.
Oh, Ryland.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna kill everybody watching the show somehow through their TVs. I guess they're taking a page out of the book of The Wire, and gonna do that. Then so the guy with the wolf cut, his name Kid.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock. So the kid, doctor, and Belinda all talk on the little screens.
The doctor's already pissed.
Doctor's pissed.
Belinda's like, "That's not the guy I came here with."
He says he'll kill Kid.
Yeah, does the doctor ever talk like that?
He gets pretty intense sometimes.
Has he ever said that?
Like that he'll kill somebody? I don't know. Like the most recent thing, like, because I've been rewatching.
What, the Daleks?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he always gets upset with the Daleks and, like, I'll just annihilate you guys. So, yeah. I mean, he has, like, no compassion for him, almost. But, I don't know. I felt like 10 was a little harsh with the no second chances kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, like...
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna kill you.
I mean, he killed the guy on the Christmas Day or Christmas Invasion, right? Like, let him fall off the ship.
Yeah.
So he has some dark points.
I don't know. Just to say that sounded.
Yeah.
I don't like the feel of it.
Yeah, me neither.
And it was out of nowhere, also.
That's the thing. Yeah, like he just gets mad out of nowhere all the time. Like, yeah. Then we get Cora, who's one of the singers for the show. She reveals that she is a Hellion, and that the corporation bought their planet and took all of the hell poppies to make poppy honey, and they are the major sponsor of the song contest, and that is why the Hellions are raising hell on this. Yeah, you like that? On this contest. So, yeah. So then the doctor uses holograms and trickery to get into the control room.
Holograms and trickery. Did you write that down exactly?
No, I wrote down just holograms. I added trickery for a little more flair.
Wow.
Yes. So yeah, he uses all this hologram stuff to get into the room. It makes it very vague, at least to me, at how he actually got in the room.
Agreed.
It's just like there all of a sudden he's real. One of them is real.
Kid Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I didn't really like that. Then he tortures Kid. And yeah. Electrocutes him. And he's very very mean to him. I mean he's bad, but like he's met a lot of bad people, and he was going over the top. I felt like with Kid here, and he's saying stuff like, "You put ice in my heart, my one heart." And
Yes! I literally pulled up. I was like, I'm gonna complain. The doctor said, you put ice in my heart. The subtitle said singular heart. I was like, I'm gonna complain to the BBC about this. The doctor has two hearts. What are they talking about? You put ice in my heart. Whenever the doctor talks about his heart, it's hearts. This is the first time.
No, I don't think so. I feel like it jumped out to me while I was rewatching. Like 10 maybe said in his heart or something like that. And that's what I like I told you this because we were freaking out about it when it happened, but like I think what they're meaning is like, you know, like not his physical heart, but like his heart. Like
I don't know. Excuse it away.
That's what they're saying.
That was rough though.
But anyway, he says, "Yeah, you put ice in my heart, and it will be there forever now." Like, bro, why? Why so intense?
He
My
messed
goodness.
up the song contest.
Yeah. Well, he did. He just shot a bunch of people out into space. Like tons of people. And
But
he's about to kill a whole bunch
The
more.
doctor is acting like Kid has a stadium full of everyone the doctor has ever met and like even smiled at.
Yeah.
And that's who he's doing it to.
Like, damn, dude. You put ice in my heart. It's going to be there forever now.
I'm going to start saying that to people. Like the grocery store is out of something. Just put ice in my heart and it'll be here forever now.
I don't know. It's just popping into my head. It's making me think of Anakin.
Yes.
Like, I hate you.
Yes. That's what the doctor is giving Anakin Skywalker. Dying on, what is it?
Mustafar.
Yeah.
I hate you.
It's a Mustafar doctor.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, yeah. I don't know what's up with this guy, but he's very emotional. Okay, so then we get to saving the people. They tractor beam everybody that was frozen. So that's what it was. They were frozen and able to put them through Ryland's little cryo freeze thing to get them unfrozen. So they tractor beam them in. And run them through that pod. Cora sings a song about their home planet. And then, you know, we get... it's another, you know, a racial thing. It's just an alien racial thing. With somebody in the crowd saying, "Go back to where you came from."
Yeah.
Jeez, okay. And then we get Graham Norton hologram.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That felt
You didn't
cheap.
like it? The thing is, what I've noticed from the podcast I'm listening to now is that there are actually a lot of cameos in at least Russell's era. I think we just don't notice them because we don't live in the UK or anything.
Americans?
Yeah, because we're stupid Americans.
Okay,
we
well,
don't
I
know these
Graham
people.
Norton, so I noticed that one.
Yeah. So yeah, he pops up and tells the doctor that Earth was disintegrated in an instant on May the 24th, 2025. Which are like, yes, finally, we're getting to what happened to the Earth. And then again, the TARDIS goes red trying to land there. trying to get back to that day because the Vindicator's all good to go and pulls them in or whatever it's supposed to do. And then the doors blow off the thing. And then we get a little kind of... It's not really a... Was it a mid... Did any credits roll? I don't think so.
I don't remember.
It felt like that. And it was Mrs. Flood's double brainstem froze, and it causes her to bigenerate.
Because everyone can bigenerate now.
Yeah, it does
Cheap.
feel kind of silly that it's like, all these years it's just regenerating like normal. Then the doctor bigenerates, and it feels like, because of all that time, it feels like it's a very rare thing that can happen. And then all of a sudden it just happens again to another Time Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's revealed to be the Ronnie. And the new one is in charge and ready to do battle with the Doctor, which I thought it was a weird dynamic. That the Ronnie, the new one, took charge, and the old one, that's the more surprising thing to me, is that the old one just let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
When she's basically the same. She's also a Time Lord.
Yeah. Well, she's like more the original.
Yeah, she's more the original, but yeah, that too. Like, yeah, she's original.
If that was the Doctor, that wouldn't be the one that stayed back behind. That's the one that's out and about.
David Tennant did stay behind. But I don't know. It just feels weird that like they should be more equals, I think. I don't know if it was maybe that Mrs. Flood, like her personality was just that, like she kind of cowers or whatever, like when someone else takes charge. Maybe it was something like that, but I felt like she had enough power on her own to do whatever she wants, basically.
Yeah, she would have been fine. I don't know. I'm not a super fan of this bigeneration.
Yeah, me neither. And I'm not really a big fan of them throwing the Ronnie in.
Well, I think, yeah, this was like such a huge thing for the longest time, was that the Doctor was it.
Yeah.
And it was crazy when the Master was there.
Exactly.
And now there's just another one.
Yeah. Which, yeah, like, she's in Classic Who, but, like, I never knew about her.
No.
And
the Doctor's the last of the Time Lords, except there's like 15 other ones.
Yeah. So which other ones are going to pop up?
Because everyone can just keep bigenerating, and then they replenish the race.
Yeah. There you go. But I think we learned that they're sterile.
Yeah, but, like, keep bigenerating, and then there'll be society again.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to figure out how to force bigeneration, I guess. I don't know.
Freeze your double brainstem.
That's the only way to do it. All right, episode 7, Wish World. All right, so we open with the Ronnie stealing a child, lucky number 7. And she turns the rest of the family into animals and flowers. And then we have this weird WandaVision type thing happen.
Don't bring that into it.
This is what I was thinking. I'm just saying what I was thinking when I saw it. So we have John Smith, the Doctor, and Belinda wake up together. And Poppy is their child, the space baby from the farting episode. Russell's got to throw a farting episode in every era that he does.
should have been a Celine episode.
Yeah, it would have been better.
The Celine would have been better, you just said?
At least it would have that callback stuff.
You mean ripping off?
Yeah, at least it would be ripping things off. I don't know, Space Babies was not good. But now we got Poppy, and she is their child now. And then on the TV we have Conrad telling a story about Doctor Who.
I wanted to complain. I pulled the form up
Yeah.
to complain to the BBC about it.
It's so frustrating because he's called the Doctor, and I just kind of like the show the show that has said over and over and over and over.
Doctor Who is a question.
Yeah, that like his name is the Doctor throughout the show.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, now we're gonna mess things up a little bit and call him Doctor Who. Like, Russell's just doing some things, man, and it's frustrating. Calling the Doctor Doctor Who, breaking the fourth wall, just screwing with things, and it frustrates me. So Conrad's doing that. Ruby shows up to John Smith and Belinda's little house, and John Smith opens the door, and she thinks she knows him.
See, this made me think of, I don't know what they're called, the Mummy episodes with Bill, the pyramids, where the doctor has to read stories on TV, or tell history on TV, on the ship.
Yeah, I don't remember those as well. Those episodes.
It's like society has been conned into something and they have to play along, or else they get punished. And the doctor is rereading history and saying how the mummies or whoever, they helped humanity every step of the way, do every single thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And there's the statues of them everywhere, like these big bone things walking around in this. It just felt like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, yeah, it does kind of feel a little repeaty. What do you expect from Russell? He's out of stories, okay?
Then get someone else.
And then we see Mel again, and they're outside. Doctor's outside. We got all these slip bins. And yeah, those giant skeletons were walking around. We're like, what the heck? It made me think of
AT-ATs?
No, it made me think of what was it? I forgot the name of the episode. The one with 11, though, with history all happening at the same time. I mean, that was way crazier, but this is like it just felt weird. It was like an alternate version of history. It felt like
only we were so lucky for Winston Churchill to be in this episode.
How did we get here?
Bring me the soothsayer.
Bring me the soothsayer. It's always this time. Why?
It's true.
Yeah.
Always this day. Why?
So yeah, then everybody's like, there's excitement around May the 24th, which is the next day. Mrs. Flood is at unit, and so that's the actual, because there's two Mrs. Floods, or two of the same actress. One's in unit, one's in this bone cathedral or castle or whatever the thing is. But it threw me off for a bit, and I think the one in Unit is like the real one, or like it's actually a human, like Susan Triad or whoever from the first season. I just don't remember how that all played out.
With the big bat thing?
Talking about like the finale one. I think so. I honestly can't even place her in a specific episode. I just like know where, like, I picture her in the
She was
episode.
Created by that big bat demon thing.
Okay, then yeah, that's who she is.
She's
then.
only like a year or two old.
Yeah,
For real,
yeah.
even though she's an old lady, like.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that threw me off for a little bit because I completely forgot that, and I was like, "Why are there two Mrs. Floods?" But that is why. And then so the doctor he works at Unit, and that made me think of the TVA. They're set up in there.
Oh yeah.
Just how it looked. And then yeah, he calls a guy beautiful, and there's like this guy's very upset about it. He's like, what? Huh? Why did you call me beautiful? A guy can't be beautiful. Then we have Belinda's grandmother asking about her labor, and Belinda can't remember, which also made me think of WandaVision. It's like, how did you guys get married? Or when did you guys get married? How long have you guys been married? All this stuff. Like, I don't remember. I don't know. Yeah, I felt like they were just ripping off WandaVision a little bit.
And Loki.
And Loki. Yeah, they're like, what can we take from Marvel? And we get Ronnie on a flying scooter. That was pretty sick. Just flies by, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" Putting their faces up against the glass, like,
it's her.
It's her. Wow. On her flying scooter. I wish I had a flying scooter like that. She's so lucky. But yeah, so she flies by. And then they got these so they're like tracking people's doubts. So they've got these weird creatures that are like throwing out numbers or whatever. Them. I like them too. Their fingers were like long. Yeah, they were a cool design.
They reminded me of the thing from Satellite 5. Was wired in.
Oh, well, which
the
one?
The girl that was wired in.
Oh, okay, a Bad Wolf episode. Yeah, at the end of the first season. The girl that like she was white. Yeah, she was all white, wired in, and the Daleks were like doing stuff. Yeah, so doubts in the nines is the takeaway there. And then Mrs. Flood takes Conrad a sandwich, and so they're using Conrad's wish, this baby that the Ronnie stole at the beginning. You kiss its little head, and then you make a wish, and the wish comes true, and this is Conrad's world that he wished into existence. And I thought, yeah, I kind of liked it. I just like this thing coming up. It's the only thing I really like about it, about the gods stuff, is the baby does the little laugh, does the giggle.
Creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy. I was like, oh, like, um, but yeah. So then the Vindicator is added to a clock, and the Ronnie is waiting for the doctor's doubts to hit their peak in the evening, and then everything should go according to their plan. Um, so Ruby, then yeah, this is when Ruby finds her group of disabled people um, that no one pays attention to because they're disabled.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I think it's supposed to be, well, it's like because this Conrad's wish or whatever, that it's like a perfect world. That, yeah, that's like what that's what they're trying to do. Yeah, like Conrad's such a bad person that all these people are like now, like nobody even notices them at all because they're not part of the perfect world or whatever.
Ew.
Yeah.
Conrad.
And they have flashes of their past lives, just like Ruby is having. I don't understand how that's really working. I guess unless everybody is having those flashbacks, and they're just the only ones that are actually talking about it. But which would make sense to me. I mean, everybody's having their doubts, but then like they have a little slip and it resets them, kind of. But yeah. And then we have the doctor watching. He's at home. It's the evening. And he's watching Conrad, his favorite show. And he sees his granddaughter. No resolution to that. And then he sees Rogue, his gay lover, talking from hell. And Rogue just says, "Tables don't do that."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, bud. I don't really understand this either. This felt out of place to put Rogue.
Tables don't do that.
Why is he popping up to tell the doctor that? Like,
to put him in there?
Yeah, it's literally just to put him in there. Like, he's still around. He's coming back. You're gonna see them kiss. Now you're gonna see. Now it's gonna be all backwards because of who he.
Well, don't worry about it. We'll get there.
Regenerates into, but yeah, let's keep moving along here. So yeah, now he's got these doubts accelerated in his mind. He starts obsessing about this, about the tables not doing that. They don't do that. He like sets up a bunch of mugs and like starts creating multiple slips. And because he's doing that, Belinda calls the police on him. Yeah. People get arrested for weird things this season.
Yeah. It reminded me of the episode where with the wire.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's doing something suspicious. Call the police on them.
Yeah. It's weird. What's going on over there across the pond from us? Do you
guys really just call the police on everything?
Did they just arrest anybody if they get the police called on them? Yeah, so the police come and they take both of them, Belinda and the doctor. And a little thing that I noticed, a little detail that I noticed, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but the trucks that they were driving in, the police trucks, they had this logo on them that was a crown, but it was made out of like sevens. And I thought that was interesting. Is that like a little nod to the seventh child at the beginning?
Maybe,
being that wish kid. It's very quick, but it looked very much like they used sevens to create the logo of that crown. Just a little detail. Ruby and two of the people in wheelchairs point their little iPad at this bone structure, and they want to use it to. It's a unit iPad, I guess, from. It's like a relic from the past or the real world or something, and they want to try to use it to block Conrad's signal. And then their plan is to block him so he'll come out.
Wow.
Yeah. Big plan there. Large operation. Then we have the Ronnie. She starts to make the doctor remember. We got the doctor and Belinda up in the bone structure, and they both pass through a little gate thing or whatever, but yeah, now they're with the Ronnie, and she's just like downloading all kinds of information for us viewers, and the doctor to make him remember. She says that he stirred the gods, and that's what the god of wishes was born, and that the Vindicator boosts the wish, and the doctor's doubts crack open the world, revealing the Underverse and the first Time Lord Omega.
Yeah, what in the world?
Yes. And that, yeah, so Omega. I know I talked to you about this a little bit, but when the Ronnie popped up, I did a little bit of research because I was like, what? There's another Time Lord?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did a little bit of research on that, and then Omega in turn. And so the Ronnie apparently was in whatever academy with the Doctor and the Master at a certain point. They all kind of went their separate ways, so and more focus was put on the Master. There was like a story with the Ronnie, and then she wasn't touched on again until now. So that's why we don't really know about her, I guess. But Omega, throughout this finale and everything, they're referred to as the first Time Lord, and from what I can remember, that conflicts with the Timeless Children and like the origins of the Time Lords in a way. And like he is called, Omega is called the creator of the Time Lords.
Good. Retcon the Timeless Child.
Yeah. Which, yeah, I'd love to retcon the Timeless Child, but at the moment it really just seems like it just throws both into question to me. The Timeless Child story and Omega, they feel both like myths to me now. Like,
yeah,
are they actually real or not? But which is better than just saying that the Timeless Child thing is the definitive deal. So yeah, then we get the end of this episode, which is the doctor's on the balcony, and he's like actually finally coming back and remembering everything, and the underverse is opening, and the Ronnie, did she like blow up the thing or something? She cut off the balcony somehow, and it started falling with the doctor on it, and we kind of end the episode with him just screaming up that Poppy is real. She's actually my daughter.
No.
Ah.
No, she's not.
Ah.
The stupidest thing.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So yeah, that's episode 7. What did you think of episode 7? Wish World.
I didn't like it. I don't like the world set up. It just feels like a cheap version of something they did before.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I felt like they were like really trying to cram so much into it.
Yeah, there was not enough lead up for the Ronnie.
Yeah.
They had like 7+ episodes of Mrs. Flood planning.
And then they just changed the actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good way to show that she is a Time Lord. To reveal that.
Yeah, but then like the rest of the plan had no lead up. You're just like, whoa, what's going on now?
Yeah, it's like you're finding it all out in this episode.
And it's happening.
You
and
deal
then it's
with
over,
it. Yeah. It's. I don't know, man. I just feel like there's just maybe too much going on with it. Like, yeah, they're just trying desperately to set up a complicated story
that they're gonna quickly resolve.
That they're gonna resolve.
Why do it have to be complicated?
Yeah. So, yeah, it felt like a lot of explaining. But yeah. So let's jump into the Reality War, episode 8, the finale. And I love this. We open right back up, and Anita saves the doctor.
This was a saving grace.
Yes. I'm so happy with that. I know, I mean, we did our review on Joy of the World. And, I mean, we had our criticisms of it, but I think it's a fairly good episode, yeah, for this doctor. Yeah, one of the best ones for him, and I really did like Anita, so I was glad to see her again, and that she's working at the Time Hotel, and she's like the manager there now, and I enjoyed that. But yeah, so she opens the door, saves the doctor, and then the day resets at midnight. And Anita explains that she's looked for the doctor on her days off, like through the Time Hotel. And I loved seeing like she opened some doors. That was a flashback, right? Like,
yeah,
when
she opened on 11.
Open the doors, yeah. Specifically 11. Yeah, I liked seeing. I saw the live chess thing before they showed him, and I was like, oh yeah, it's 11. And they just showed a clip from the past, but we don't really get a lot of flashbacks to 11, and I appreciated this because I feel like we get a lot of stuff like maybe of 10 or something else like that, but
no, it's really just 10.
It's mostly 10, yeah. But I appreciated seeing my doctor. Um, and then they opened the door.
To the Bridgerton episode.
Yeah, to Rogue. Yeah, I was like, they really just wanted to remind you a little bit more that of this terrible episode that they had. Then we get Ronnie has located Omega. Then we got the doctor putting on his dress. And then going back to this wish world. And he goes back to their home. He brings Belinda and Poppy into the time hotel because the time stream in there is actually flowing. And they start to remember. Well, yeah, I mean,
Belinda starts to
remember. Yeah, I guess Poppy starts. I don't know what's going on with Poppy.
Poppy doesn't have many thoughts.
Yeah. And then they open a door into Unit to let the flow of time come out of the time hotel and into Unit to start get things.
I thought that's funny. Like time could be a draft.
Yeah, that is kind of funny, isn't it? But I like it. That's very Doctor Who to me. You know, like, yeah, time is a draft. We get one more. Well, not one more, but we get in this episode we get another appearance of Trans Rose. Got to throw her back in there.
But not Donna or the other doctor.
Where's Donna and 14? Huh? That's who we really want.
Yeah. Let's make the show about them.
Yeah. It should just switch over to them. And what were they doing?
That's how you get renewed.
Yeah. Somehow, Unit uses the chips. They chipped all their people, to start to make them remember too, to get them back. And then Ronnie has Conrad try to find the doctor. Ronnie goes to Unit. And I think this was a nice little moment for anybody that watched all the classic stuff. But Mel was part of that Ronnie episode or that story in Classic Who, and so they have a little talk back and forth, which is kind of nice, connecting that up. And Ronnie explains that she survived extinction by flipping her DNA.
Great.
Whatever that means.
Good explanation, Ronnie.
Yeah. That's great. And then Omega allegedly discovered time travel. Creator of the Time Lords discovered time travel.
Yeah, because I thought the Time Lords were just humans who's been exposed to the vortex. I thought they said that a while ago.
Was that?
Like, through using time travel, they forcibly evolved.
I think it was like they were, or is that the Timeless Children?
No, that was...
Because was it Timeless Children that they were Gallifreyans? Because, they have a planet, the Gallifrey, and there are people on the planet, and then, I feel like this is a Timeless Children one.
I thought the Timeless Children thing was that the Doctor just fell through a wormhole.
Yeah. Yeah, he was and then they used, he was the first Time Lord or something, but like um all that stuff is like I really don't even care. Like I don't want to know is the thing. Like I like the mystery more than the explanation of whatever. This is how it happened kind of thing. Like I like the mystery more, and I wish they just wouldn't touch on that. So the Ronnie wants to use Omega's DNA to.
What DNA?
What do you mean?
It's just bones.
It's not just bones, but I mean, can't you get DNA from bones?
I don't know. I guess, but
No.
that's big bones.
There's a lot of DNA. A lot of DNA in these bones. Smacks the bones. So yeah, she wants Omega's DNA to construct a new Gallifrey. And she's saying that genetic explosion made Time Lords sterile, and that Poppy is special.
Poppy is not special.
Poppy's so special.
Poppy is a space baby.
The whole time through this episode, when they're like talking about Poppy and like she's like the daughter of a Time Lord, like all that, I'm like, I was just like, no. No. Within me, I was.
Yeah. No.
No, don't do that. Like,
please don't do
that. So then Ronnie, I mean, we get explanation that these bone creatures. Basically, Ronnie excites the atoms of the unit tower to attract the bone beasts, and they're going there to mess with that. And then the doctor puts Belinda and Poppy in the Zero Room, which can exist outside of the universe.
The doctor is wasting too much time trying to force Poppy to be his kid.
Force Poppy.
When she's not.
Yeah. Then we get Omega arriving. And he just eats Ronnie. The new Ronnie.
How?
He goes, ham nom nom nom.
Yeah, but like,
ham nom.
It's just bones.
Delicious. Exactly, he's just bones. He's starving. He's hungry.
But where does she go? He didn't crunch. He just swallowed.
Through the rib cage.
Yeah, but like, I hate it when that happens.
I mean, he wasn't just completely bones, right? Like, I thought he had...
No, but
skins.
He didn't sit there and like chew her, like...
He swallowed her whole.
This is like Jonah or something.
In the belly of the Omega. So, yeah, that Ronnie is gone. Mrs. Flood is still around.
Good thing there's a spare.
Yeah. Yeah, so she runs away. The doctor uses the Vindicator to push Omega back into the Underverse. That is resolved very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Just Ronnie's eaten, Omega's pushed back. He just pops out for a second to eat her.
What's the point?
Yeah, like, my goodness. And then Ruby goes to Conrad and wishes for him to be happy. And then we find out that Conrad's room is actually the TARDIS. And the doctor wishes for no more wishes. No more mutants. And then Belinda and Poppy are let out of the Zero Room. Everybody cheers. It's amazing.
We are frustrated.
Yeah. They survived.
Dang
or
it,
Poppy
we have to
survived.
deal with this stupid story about Poppy.
Yeah.
It's not even that Poppy's bad. It's just this dang story.
Yeah. And then we have the baby is given to Ruby's mom. And we have the doctor, Ruby, Belinda in the TARDIS.
This was messed up.
It was so messed up.
This hurt. As a parent, this sucked.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, yeah. So Poppy, we get Poppy disappearing.
Yeah.
And they're like talking
about Poppy.
Talking about her, but like it's like, yeah. And then all of a sudden they're not.
Track.
It was very well done. Like the way that it just like it just disappeared.
They were folding.
Kinda.
What was that? It
was like a little
her jacket or something.
Yeah, I think it was a jacket.
They were talking and folding it, passing it back and forth, and just folding her into nothing. And she was just gone.
Yeah, it was really good. But the way that they were talking too, it was like, I don't know, like it faded out very smoothly, like, and I think it was very well done.
Poor Ruby.
But yeah, Ruby remembers.
Ruby's
for some reason.
Bro, I'm watching you disappear this kid. Again, see you like Ruby can't just be a normal person.
Yeah, there's so much special things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing about this, which I was talking about is upsetting me, is how they treat Ruby.
Yeah.
In the like she's nothing. Like she's just like a guest.
Like she's worse than Mickey.
Yeah, yeah. Like the doctor and Belinda are going back and forth like ha 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 ha. And it's like, oh, it's just Ruby over there in the corner. Like Ruby wants to enter the conversation and they kind of like.
It's like when they're
like,
that,
oh, she's talking to us.
They forgot that Mickey was holding that button down or the lever.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
I've been holding it
for 30 minutes. How long ago could I have let it up? Yeah, 29 and a half.
Minutes ago.
Yeah, like he's just a yeah.
Which is funny. Going back to that is like then like they fall through. That's when they go to the parallel universe or whatever. I was like, was that because Mickey messed up? He held that too long and then they dropped through. Like,
maybe
it's because the doctor forgot about Mickey and he should. But yeah, I felt like they were treating Ruby like Mickey and she did not deserve that. Like,
no,
she's a good companion and
better than Belinda.
Yeah, way better. And that upset me. I was like, why are you being so mean to her?
Don't poop on Ruby.
They were being like all cliquey with each other. And like, Ruby's just an outsider.
Ruby.
Yeah. And it frustrated me when like Ruby is trying to talk to the doctor about like, this Poppy is real. Like, over and over again, and the doctor is like so dismissive.
He's like, no, she's not.
It's like, I would know. Know. You know, like
cocky.
Yeah, like he's mean. Like that's frustrating for me.
Yeah, the doctor would believe.
Yeah. Especially like a previous companion, like you're not taking their word for that. They
weird.
Whatever.
Out of character.
Yeah. So then the doctor throws the star registration thing from the first episode into space, and yeah, so the Earth didn't die. That's what I wrote. I really need to just. I should have watched this again before we did it. Anyway, Anita says the boss says hello when she leaves.
Yeah, who's the boss?
Which my thought is that it has to do something with Villengard because that was in that episode, the villain guard stuff.
Yeah.
That's my guess, but I genuinely thought that we were going to get more, that was going to be a major storyline for season 2 here, but it didn't even pop up. So it was only Stephen Moffat's episodes that villain guard was mentioned. But
be a little more concise, guys.
yeah. He's making his own little story off to the side.
You can't mention my plot points.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd be interested to see who this boss is, and hopefully that goes somewhere. Then there's like some small changes in reality.
Poppy's Belinda's kid with another man.
Yeah, well, yeah, Ruby. So she's still trying to, at this point, like convince the doctor that Poppy is real, and she's like, she's pulling out the like, just save one life, you know, kind of thing. Like, you saved my life, and then it's like everybody's saying like, oh, you helped me, and the doctor helped me, and all that. But what I didn't like, or I thought that was, it was just kind of cheesy, I think, is when they all were like, we're your children, doctor.
Yeah.
Like, that was that was not a good line. I did not like that. I see where they're trying to go with it, but it sounded so bad. So yeah, he trying to remember how this all goes down correctly, because he's starting what started him on the regeneration path.
He went in there and did something with the console. Pulled the energy from the console to do something.
It was like, so he's going in there to like jolt the vortex with his regeneration. I thought there was something that like started his regeneration process.
They decided that the
before
reality was like 1 degree off, and they just needed to jump it over a teeny bit.
Yeah. So was it a forced regeneration? Like,
he did this knowing that it would do that. He wasn't regenerating before that. He
was just going to give some of his regeneration to it, but it was going to come back at him and force him to fully regenerate.
He accessed so much energy that he was being forced to regenerate.
Yeah.
From doing what he did.
Okay. So yeah, he's going in there.
He knowingly exposed himself to something he knew was going to make him regenerate.
Yeah. So he's going in there, and he knows he's going to do this, and so he's like saying he was the best.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't. And then 13 pops in and says, "You were the best male."
I was very surprised. And then I was very confused because she wasn't terrible.
No,
she was better.
She was pretty good, yeah.
Than ever in that moment. And I think that we had to pause it because I felt like I was gaslighting myself. I was like, why is she good? Is he that bad that it makes her look good? And we agreed no. She was just written.
She had
sensibly.
Bad scripts.
Finally, yeah. It wasn't her that was bad. It was every single script sucked.
Yes. Yeah.
Her situations sucked. Her companions sucked.
I told you when it was the 13's run, when we were watching that I was like, I don't really mind her. She seems like she could be pretty good. I just, like, the writing is not up to snuff. It's like she's been given bad stories and bad scripts.
I was just very, very surprised that I was like, oh, you're pleasant to see. That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I saw her and I was like, oh boy.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's pops in. So what happened to her, they explain, is that she got popped out of the time stream due to the time schism that 15 is about to create by jolting the vortex with his regeneration.
Mm-hmm. Who comes up with these words?
It's just a bunch of sciencey words. But yeah, I enjoyed their little back and forth and all that, and yeah, he says no chance of bi-generation this time. It's like, how do you know? What are the rules of bi-generation?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can it happen twice, or
how come you've never mentioned it before, Doctor?
Is what you're gonna do gonna be too much to bi-generate? I don't understand, but anyway, 13 is going back. It's on her way back, and they just had to throw this in here. She says, I should go tell Yaz I love her.
No, you shouldn't.
And she doesn't. So, she doesn't, right?
No.
Okay, good.
No, and the doctor's like, you don't.
You don't tell her. Yeah. He did say that. But yeah, and then we get this weird transition, the broken mirror transition once he hits the TARDIS with the regeneration. It was like shattering mirror.
I don't really remember.
Oh, you made a comment when it happened.
Probably like a PowerPoint transition.
It's worse than that. Like it was just like some weird, like it's like everything shattered, I guess is what they were going for. Like the reality was shattering or something. But it wasn't good. But yeah, he shows up at Belinda's house now, wakes up there kind of, and Poppy is back and 100% human. Belinda was apparently always talking about Poppy, and that's the confusion I have. It's like, why did she pop up in the story in the engine when it's like portrayed here as like,
that was such an easy thing to take out of that episode too if they changed their mind.
Yeah.
Like it was literally like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Weird choices here. But yeah, apparently she was always talking about it, and they show like a bunch of
new clips.
New clips, flashbacks that are her talking about, I gotta get back home to Poppy. That's why I gotta get home. I gotta get home to Poppy. My mom's watching Poppy. Okay, so like when they did that, I just took it as these are new memories, like overwritten memories for the Doctor now. Like it rewrote. And then I kind of liked how they called him Uncle Doctor. I thought that was kind of
Uncle Doctor.
It was kind of fun. Yeah, but and then he goes into his TARDIS to
get out of here.
Go get regenerated. And so he opens the doors and looking at the star from Joy to the World. And he says, "Joy to the world," and then he does his whatever the yellow fire.
It doesn't look the same when
I think it's always a little different.
Comes out, it looks like it was pointing to who he's turning into.
Yeah, well, I thought it was interesting that this one, I liked it because this regeneration. He's on the edge of the TARDIS in space, kind of, and he's looking at the star, and when he's regenerating, it shoots out in the shape of a star, almost like it's shining, and there's like flares, kind of. It looked like a star, more like a asterisk, kind of. It was like lines coming out, and I kind of liked that, but I think the regenerations always look a little bit different. Like 11, I specifically love 11's because it's like dripping off of him, and he's like, when he's regenerating, he's like waving his arms around and like shooting his regeneration, but like it's dripping off of him while he's spinning, and I specifically love that look. But anyway, this one 15's regenerating, and he turns into Rose,
who immediately, I didn't like, pretty much breaks the fourth wall.
I don't think she broke the fourth wall.
Why would you say that? Why would you regenerate and then say, "Oh, hello there"?
She's saying that to herself. That's what I took it as. Is like,
well,
oh, hello there.
I don't know. That just seems like a weird line to say if you're not looking at yourself, if you're saying it to yourself. The doctor looks in the mirror and sees that is gonna poop the pants.
Well, that's what I felt like. Is what, like, I mean,
I thought she looked right at the camera.
I don't know. I have to rewatch it. Yeah, but yeah, I got the feeling that it's like she knew who she was, kind of, and it was like, well,
every other doctor.
How did 13 regenerate her clothes? Well,
I don't know. But that's a problem.
Yeah.
I just don't. All the other doctors like, oh, how do I look? Ooh, ears.
That's true.
And she was just like,
maybe she was like, she doesn't know what her face looks like, but she's like a girl again.
I feel like a girl.
Yeah, like I'm a girl again.
I don't have a pee-pee.
Oh, hello.
I feel I don't have a pee-pee.
Oh, hello. But yeah. What do you think about that? Like, going forward?
Could be lazy, but I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah.
I hope that this is actually the doctor.
Yeah.
I don't
agree.
want some weird wraparound story of some kind, because that doesn't even make sense. If this isn't the doctor literally regenerated into her.
That's the thing. It's like, it does make me nervous that they didn't put that. They just put introducing Billy Piper
again,
but not as the doctor.
Yeah.
Everybody else got as the doctor, and she just got introduced. But yeah, I agree.
They should have said reintroducing.
Reintroduce. But yeah, I agree that they actually need her to do a run.
A full run.
Yeah, be the doctor for. Yeah, you can't just do like 3 episodes like David Tennant.
No.
If you're doing this again, you need to do a full run.
Do your full seasons.
Yeah.
Have decent companions.
And I think it
could be just what the show needs.
It could be, yeah.
Rose was a popular companion. You either like Rose or you hate her.
Yeah.
And Rose was really popular.
Yeah. I think she's what are my thoughts on her? My goodness. Like, I just think she's mean. Oh
my god, we don't have time for this.
She's mean to Mickey, that's all it is. But yeah,
we do not have the time to talk about Rose Tyler in detail. But this is the doctor.
Yeah, but she's a doctor now. I think you could.
The first thing I thought
do some
of
interesting stuff with this.
After it settled was the scene from the live action 2002 2 or something, Scooby-Doo movie, when Fred gets put into Daphne's body and he says, I'm gonna go look at myself naked.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That's where she was like, oh no.
I do think
that's awkward. Now you're Rose, but you're the doctor?
Yeah. Oh.
That's awkward to turn into someone that you knew.
Doctor.
I didn't even really like that they tried to credit 12 to the Pompeii man. Because he wasn't even that significant of a person for the doctor to
I think
meet.
I think that's paying off now.
Yeah, but like,
With
I don't know.
him turning into Rose, because it set the stage of you can take the face of somebody
but
else.
like, why did you pick the Pompeii guy? He was just a random.
It
didn't have like
little
he didn't have that much
thing,
influence on you as a lot of the other people that you met.
No.
So,
But
just
I do
random.
like that it does seem like that he has no control over the who he turns into. So it's like completely random. Like, I just saw his face once, and for some reason I'm gonna pull that. Like there's no
the
rhyme or
doctor is
reason.
always impersonating someone he's seen.
Yeah. Now I do think that it would be a big missed opportunity if they don't bring back David Tennant to do at least a few adventures with her. You know, like that. They need to do that.
Oh my gosh. And the payoff for Donna with the jacket.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to her? I knew it. I'm not
How many other women have you?
I'm not the first. What the hell is this place?
Dan is just sad.
Oh my gosh. Oh, those are her companions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be great. I would love to see. Yeah, I'd be down with both of them. Donna and 14 now.
Yeah.
But it would be funny. I don't like. That's a super long shot to ever do that. But I would think it would be funny if they got the 10 that's not a Time Lord.
He's out, man.
As the companion.
That's no.
Because it'd be completely backwards. It's like.
Yeah.
Like completely. So, but yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Jackie Tyler's the companion.
Jackie Tyler. Yeah. Rose and her mom. Through space and time.
Who's her mom's friend that she's always on the phone with? That's the companion. We gotta connect it back.
Jackie's gonna be the Time Lord next. Oh goodness. That'd be so good. Oh, I got a Jackie and Mickey one. Alright, so overall, what did you think of season 2/15?
No.
No.
No. I hope it doesn't get canceled. I want it to go back to BBC.
It's on the edge, yeah. Well, it won't get canceled. They said it won't. They'll keep doing it.
Okay.
But it might not get renewed for Disney.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, I've just been scared for probably a decade at this point that they're going to cancel it.
Yeah. I mean, the ratings keep going. They keep making less and less and less. So
it's unfortunate. I want it to be good again.
Yeah. Me too. Overall, I think this season was better than the previous season. That's probably going to be our poll. Is which season was better, but yeah, I think they kind of just. I liked the very end, like the regeneration, everything that happened around then, but and I liked that Omega kind of threw into question what was real and what was not with the Time Lord's creation. I liked that, but the ending, the two-parter, other than those things, it was just like messy, and I didn't really like it.
Which is a theme for two-parters.
That's true. Yeah. But I do. The Well is a standout episode for me.
Mm-hmm.
throughout the run of from when David Tennant comes back to now. I think The Well, to me, is a standout episode. And there's only a few from this era.
I think 73 yards jumps out at me.
The ending is
me out.
not satisfying enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they landed it. That's why it doesn't jump up further for me. But like, I can tell you right now, like The Giggle, Wild Blue Yonder, The Well, and Joy to the World, and I guess 73 Yards could be right underneath that. But
yeah,
those 5 episodes are pretty good. But yeah, the rest of the season, yeah, there was some episodes that were like the first episode, like I said, that felt like an average episode to me, and I felt like a few of these were just average, so they were bumped up from the terrible season from before. But yeah, hopefully Doctor Who comes back sooner rather than later. We do have the spin-off coming up at some point here. I don't have big high hopes for that or anything.
No.
But we'll take a look. See. But yeah. You have anything else on Doctor Who?
As long as it's not at risk of being canceled, I'll survive.
Awesome. Let's leave it at that. All right. Thank you for listening to this long episode. I think we will have split this into 2 parts. So thanks for listening to both parts. So how do we want to do this? We'll probably have a poll for both parts. So for this one, it'll be up on Friday for 24 hours on Blue Ghost Review and Two Ghost Review Instagram. And you can also vote in the Spotify poll as well. And if you want to leave us a comment, you can do that on Instagram or anything that has to do with us that lets you do a comment. You can do that, and we'd love it if you gave our podcast 5 stars on Spotify. And other than that, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.